Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I am Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again.
We are here, and 'tis the season for baseball.
It is.
As you know, our fantasy baseball is a big crutch, but as we are now family men,
Yes. Men.
Cerny has branched into
The Little League
the
spectrum.
coaching, the Little League. Isn't that a Hall & Oates song?
I don't know.
Leave it to me, 'cause I'm a family man. Let me see.
Fact check.
Fact check. Yes, it was off H2O.
Okay.
It's the album cover where they're both really sweaty and staring into each other's eyes. Very homoerotic.
Oh.
So Cerny has coached up some use,
Yes.
and he has some thoughts on it.
So.
And I have some thoughts on...
Okay, so originally, I roped into doing some T-ball.
Okay.
Jeffrey was
the littlest.
the littlest, and this lady decided she got appointed to be manager.
Oh.
And she said, I'd never done this before. And I said, okay, so I was just going to let her, do
So
whatever.
who manager, like... Well, I guess not much is happening in T-ball, right?
No. But
Is there some skill building? What sort of stuff? We're just trying to get...
then just to
throw it
understand,
to A to B, or just general rules, or...
just swing the bat, hit the ball. Everyone, you will go to first,
Yeah.
and you'll stay there, whether they complete the play or
Okay.
not, which 99% of the time they're not going to complete the
Right.
play. And then you will run a second, when the person behind you
Okay.
hits it, and then you run a third.
It's just
and,
getting...
then, and then the last batter gets to go to the home run, basically the home run trot. But everyone bats in the lineup. You get 3 innings, so basically everyone bats.
Oh.
The other team, everyone bats.
So how long does the game last?
About an hour. It's pretty quick. You boom,
Okay.
go, boom,
Okay. And there's not throwing the ball all over, or
everyone just throw it to first. Just throw, even if you're in fucking center field, just throw it to first base.
okay. So they really strip it down.
Yeah, just
I
field the
kinda like
ball. And it's funny because when they hit the ball, all 9 will go fucking run after the ball. I mean, it's like everybody
Like
there's
a cartoon or something.
and then everyone dog piles on everybody or trying to fight for the
Okay,
ball. I mean, they're getting better as they go along. Where it's like, hey,
the
hey.
first game was probably the worst.
Oh, it was. My dad was
Now, is there
like laughing.
practices?
Yes, there's practices.
Okay.
And that's where the very first one, lady's like, I've never really done this, and I was like, well, I can help you because
Yeah.
I've done this. I've coached high school, so
Right. And you've played for many years.
Yes. So I can help, and then this other guy took over. So this other guy is actually the manager now. She just got kind of appointed. Like the league just said, you're the manager. She's like, okay, and
Oh.
then, and she kind of handles a lot of between the league and stuff.
She's in the front office.
Yeah, basically. The league does a lot of shit. So some of the so my dad was at the first game.
Mhm.
He made a perfect analogy because they're all over the place. I mean, the attention span is like you got like 2 seconds with these.
I was going to say an
5,
hour
6
seems a bit long.
They're always playing in the dirt, like building castles. And
Yeah.
and then they're like running around. There's a butterfly.
Now-
my dad said, "It's like herding cats out here," and I said,
I think is that
This
where
is
the
perfect.
expression came from?
"This is perfect."
Now, is it they're like, okay, you go to third base, or they don't even have positions? They're like, you just kind of go out there and
No, you tell them that's part of
Okay.
the thing. I mean, obviously there's no catcher because it's T-ball, so it's
Right.
like
someone just stands
go to
back there,
pitcher.
sort of, or no?
The coach just
Oh, the
does
coach.
thing. So I mean, you have
Okay.
like a softball spread out there with
Okay.
like 4 outfielders
Yeah.
or some shit. Last
And what
Saturday,
age does it start at? How far am
5. They're 5 and
I? Okay, so I got a couple years, and
6,
there's
yeah.
I assume there's a couple girls on the team.
yeah,
or-
there's 2
okay,
there's
yeah.
2 girls on the team. It's funny because they're the biggest of the 'cause
Yeah.
at that age they're
Right.
there's a size difference. when they there's a couple kids that
Is there any that
really
are,
try my patience.
oh,
Like one kid likes to put the hat in his mouth and act like a dog, and then
okay.
he likes to throw himself on the ground and scream and cry because
Oh.
what I don't know why.
Right.
Sometimes he just does it.
No,
So, you know,
everyone's parents are there, right?
yeah.
Okay.
His parents beg him to behave. I don't know. Like, please, Malcolm, behave. They do that. It's like, oh, I just step
What a
over his
name.
fucking crying body. Like, okay, whatever. Hope you get hit with the ball.
Like it's like a scene out of Saving Private Ryan.
It's. I mean, they're all having fun. So
Yeah.
actually today, the guy was setting the balls on the
You get fucking smacked with a bat.
right in the dick.
Oh. Did he fall?
So my dad-
you know you're good for a couple of those a season, right?
the fucking kid hit it and then tomahawked it back to like
Oh.
right in the dick. I
And he
mean,
buckled, fold him. Like
oh
a cheap
yeah,
did?
I couldn't stop laughing, and my
Oh
my
my
dad was
God.
roaring, and
That's great.
everyone's like, oh, I was like, right in the, oh yeah.
Dick them down.
uh,
Now, your boy, does he like a certain position? Is he kind of taking to that? Is there any kids that are, I'll let you answer that question first. Or he just likes having his
he'll-
cool shoes on and having the glove and everything.
yeah, and
Okay.
actually he does pretty well. Actually, he makes some for his age.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not scooping, but
Yeah.
he has a problem with, he
I
goes
could
to
see finding critters out there.
oh,
like looking
we got
for-
critters. He was
okay.
talking to me about a ladybug when I was out like, hey.
Do parents go and stand out a little bit in the
Yeah,
outfield?
I've roamed the outfield.
Okay.
Like you gotta like, hey, are you ready?
Yeah.
The ball's gonna hit, and
Yeah, okay.
you have to constantly keep doing
And
that.
it's like a squishy
It's a
ball?
squishy, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it'll still sting, but
yeah,
it's
you don't
not.
want to get smacked in the face.
But
with
it's
that.
squishy, so it won't like bust their face open. But
Like Tony, and when he got blasted in the nose,
With
broke
DJ.
his fucking nose, shooting cartilage out his nose.
he has a problem with, so he'll pick it up to throw it, and
Okay.
9 times out of 10, the first baseman's like, looking at
Oh,
the sky,
right, yeah.
and then he's like double pumping,
Oh,
and then
okay.
he has to like, and then he'll go.
Do they
from the
rotate
wind-up.
positions?
He'll throw, yeah, you just kind of pick.
Okay.
He'll go from the wind up. Which
Oh.
is great. Like he'll like lift his leg up and drop it. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
get out on the mound. What the
Yeah.
fuck? You're at second base, and he's left-handed, so don't get used to that.
Oh, he's left-handed?
Yeah, he's left-handed.
Oh, he caught your disease. Is there any kid? I know it's really early, but is there any kids that like have? I would think if you had a little bit one level higher hand-eye coordination, you would like stand out. Like you're really.
There's actually
There's a couple. Like, you're
Jeffrey
like,
and
oh,
this
okay.
other kid on his team have
are probably the better.
or
Okay.
like by far like they're both bigger than everybody,
Okay.
and they throw a little bit harder, and they can hit the ball like to the outfield.
Not so lollipoppy, more on a.
Lollipoppy. I'm
On a
talking
rope.
like most of the kids will like. There's one kid that just goes like this. Most of them just kind of do this weird.
But
like,
I mean, I've been at your house, and he's like, he wants you to throw him soft toss, and he
Yeah.
wants to practice and play catch and stuff.
yeah. So he's done it a few. So some of these
Okay.
people have never. The first practice was like which glove the hand goes on and shit.
Oh wow!
But I was like, oh fuck,
And-
this is gonna be brutal.
Now, are a lot of the parents there? Is it coming on as like a rite of passage, or is it like kind of like you, like, oh, I played in high school. Maybe sure you might not have the most expansive baseball thing, but like, oh, he's a huge Giants fan. We watch baseball all the time, so that's why I wanted to play. Or is it like we need something to get him out of the house and to run him around, and we
This
don't
is
want him
just
playing
something,
soccer? Okay.
Yeah. Some do play soccer. A lot of them do play soccer. This is one of those sports.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty decent, I think, because it teaches them to kind of you got to listen.
Right.
To not
And
just mom
teamwork
and
a
dad.
little bit,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
it's also individual.
Yeah.
So that brings me to, but you talk about the huge Giants fans. So that brings me to,
Everyone wants to be at the Giants team.
well, and this is kind of hard to explain too, because we live in Folsom. So there's a Folsom, half of Folsom, our half is Folsom American Little League, and then the other half is Folsom National Little League.
Okay.
So it's hard
You
for
guys
me
have
to explain.
a DH.
Well, no. It was hard for me to explain are we going to play the Giants? Like, no, we're Folsom American Little League. We will be playing.
Oh, so they really only have AL
Yeah,
teams.
yeah, just
Okay.
AL, and then the other half of
The
Folsom.
Angels.
Just, yeah.
Okay. Astros.
So, but so that gets to Zachary, who's older. He's about 10, 11
Yeah.
years old. You know, they're all in that age.
And that is kid pitch, hard
yeah,
ball.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
you know, this is basically. I mean, this is you fucking
Swing.
swing.
Is it major? What's it called? Majors, or is it like 3A now, or what do they call
3A,
it? Okay.
Triple A,
And then after
it's
that,
majors,
you go
yeah.
to majors, or
majors, and then after that you go to juniors or something like that.
and that's the bigger field.
Yeah.
You're on the high.
The
You're on
juniors is the legit field.
Okay, yeah.
But
When we first
so
budding relationship and love life.
oh, our love affair started. They first off, so they were 10 years old.
Okay.
They can't play catch.
10. That seems like a.
I mean they're like it's like
What position is he playing? And are you coaching on this one? Or are you a passenger?
I'm a passenger. I've threatened my dad before. I'm gonna start a I'm gonna start a coup. I'm gonna start a coup.
And uprising.
This coach is this is how they coach.
What would you say? Sorry, go ahead.
They just sit there. The kids are fucking out of position. They have
No control.
no. The kids are out of position, but they don't say anything. And then when the ball's hit, because I said I was like, Dad, I was complaining. I said,
Yeah.
look, the third baseman is standing on the fucking bag.
Oh,
He's
no,
playing
that kind of
legit.
thing.
He can't. You're not playing. You know, he should be staying
Right.
here.
Unless the
and
guy's a
look at-
doubles hitter down the line, then he's playing the shift.
So the third baseman staying on the bag, and the left fielder was standing on the line like he could touch the line. My dad's like, this is not a no doubles D. What are you doing?
No doubles D.
And they had no idea. But anyway,
Right.
so and everyone's out of position. He does this. He doesn't say anything, and then when the ball's hit, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh,
You know, it's
he's
like-
not very proactive.
No,
He's
it's like,
he's
come
a
on, you're supposed to
reactionary
coach. So
What's the competitive level on like, are kids showing up? I don't know the thing now. Does everyone have their own bat and like
Yes, you have to-
$100 bags and like all this?
in the helmet, you have to have your own helmet and stuff now too. They don't provide
Really?
helmets, because of lice or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I gotta buy a helmet too. What? Actually,
Well-
everyone had to buy all new bats. They'd have some
They changed it
USA.
now?
Yeah, they have some USA stamp on it because of the
Fucking racket.
Oh, I
How
know.
much is a bat now?
Oh, well, the one we
Like,
got.
remember,
Zach,
I
think was
remember
like
in high
$100.
school, it was like the rich kids' parents would buy them a new bat a year.
Yeah.
And Cerny and I are swinging fucking wood bats that we stole from minor league baseball players.
Yes,
Uh,
we beg him at the end of the game.
Right.
Can I get your
Can I
bat?
get your bat, man? I need to take some hacks in high school. And I remember I had one bat, and it lasted me sophomore through senior year of
Yes,
baseball.
Yes. No.
And then
And-
like other kids on our team every year, or they would have a couple
Yes.
bats.
So there was.
And I remember as a kid, like, I was probably 15. I'm like, that was like $300 for a bat. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, that's $1,000. Like it had no, but is that sort of,
So
are
his
there
bat,
$300 bats
oh,
still?
no, yeah, his bat I got for him was like it was like I can't remember. It was like $100, something
Okay.
like that, something like that. In between that, $1,500
Yeah.
bucks because he's 10 years old. I'm not gonna get him a D Marini, which
Right.
like I saw him like
Carbon
this
fiber
kid has a
balls
D
and-
Marini. I was like, I ain't spending $400 on a bat when you're 10.
Son, when you're batting 475,
Yeah.
I'll buy you a demon.
yeah, you can get a D Marini.
To be honest, your batting average, you deserve a fucking broomstick.
So no, but I was like, we're not. But they have that, which is and I said I'm not doing that because it's like a, and here's the thing I said it's a 10 drop bat, 10-ounce drop bat.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm like
You can't use it very.
Yeah.
You can only use it for
I
another
said
year.
you only got a few when you hit high school you got to use 3-ounce drop.
Oh, that's what. Were we at 3 ounce? And
Yeah.
What's the bat barrel? 2 and 5/8 or something.
2 and 5. Yeah, you can have that now at Little League. You can have the fat barrels.
What?
Yeah, you don't have to do skinny barrels anymore. They just said you can have fat barrels, but
What's the drop you can have on it?
it don't matter. Fucking kids run with 11 ounces, 12 ounces.
Soft.
I know. I was like, come on now. Back in my day, we had
Wow.
we had
Yeah.
Woodies. But
That's interesting.
I said you use a 3 ounce, drop.
Mhm.
What's that? I said I swung a 330. Everyone thinks
That means
3.
one, hit the fucking gym.
Yeah.
Scrawny little punk.
So, but then like these kids, like they're like they're not in baseball, but outside of baseball, we saw them, and my wife asked, "What team are
Okay.
you on?" I think I'm on the Orbits, and I was like, Orbits.
Astros?
I was like, that's why I said Astros. I said, no, it's like the Orbits. I was like, are you in like a
Orioles?
legitimate AAA team, or is that what we're doing now? Or- They're like, what?
The Tucson Orbits.
It was the Orioles.
Oh.
Like we're orange. I was like, Orioles. God. I said, do you
and
do you
they're
know
the
any of
same
these
age
teams?
as the kid.
Yeah, the kids don't know
Oh,
teams.
because they're playing fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, they're playing Fortnite. They don't
Okay.
know.
They're not watching
I-
baseball like we would be watching
Oh
baseball.
yeah, I said something about we're talking about hitting, and I said something about Barry Bonds. It was actually who's that? And I was like,
Well, I mean, you have to expect that.
I almost
right?
pulled the car over.
You
and
should have
karate
said-
chopped him.
Who would you say that he would?
Well, and
Trout?
I said, okay,
I would say
maybe
Trout,
Buster,
right?
I said no,
Or
I
Posey.
I said Buster
okay,
Posey.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, okay. I said, because he was bummed because he struck out.
Right.
And
And
I
Joe
said-
fucking roasted your ass.
Oh, I know. I knew that was coming. First off, I didn't even know I was getting a picture taken, and I saw it. I was like, I'm getting roasted. I'm gonna say everyone. So I thought it was going to be my dad. First off, when I saw Joe, I was like, oh, there he goes. I said, yep, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
I will say, so Cerny's wife, it was a very appreciative post on Facebook.
Even though I didn't know what was happening.
It was obviously some sort of spy shot.
Yeah.
That Cerny was down on one knee, sort of comforting and coaching up his son and saying, you could see he was arm around the back sort of thing, like, hey, everyone
struck
strikes
out.
out, all
and
this stuff.
I said, basically, I said, strike out. And I said, let me tell you something. He goes, what? I said,
It's going to
you're
happen.
going to strike
yeah.
out again,
And
and
a
you're going to
lot,
strike out
yeah.
again, and you're going to strike out again, and you're going to make an error again. That's just kind of. I said, you picked this game. That's kind of
Yeah.
how it goes. It's a tough game.
And it's a talk I'm sure every dad has had with their son, and every parent, I shouldn't say dad, every parent has had with their
Yes,
kid.
yes.
And I have had it with my parents, and you've had
Yeah,
it with
oh, yeah.
yours, and I'm sure I'll have it with. And Cerny's wife took a photo and blah, blah, put it on there and said, I'm paraphrasing. Cerny's so great. I love him. Whatever.
Comforting Zach after he struck out. or
struck
whatever,
out.
Yeah.
And I
I
saw
know,
it,
thank God.
and Cerny, as you know, my fingers I was like,
I know. I was like,
I was
oh, fuck.
salivating at the opportunity to say, "Whoa, Cerny sure has a lot of experience," or anything. But I'm like, okay, this is a good thing. I'll just let it go because as soon as Cerny knows, he's gonna know he could get roasted.
I know. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, it's coming. Someone's gonna say I know it too well. I knew it was coming. I was like, it's gonna be from my dad, but and then I saw
Because I saw it pretty early when there's no comments, so I could have been first to market. Instead, I let it pass, and I went back later. Joe said, well, he sure has Joe with the fucking killer line, with the great joke, had like 10 likes on it, too. Just, oh, my
liked
God.
it. I liked it.
I liked it, too. It's-
I knew it was coming. When I saw the post, I was like,
oh, no.
somebody's getting me. Someone's fucking tagging me with this one. But anyway, but the
So
kids can't.
how competitive is it?
They have now, and I don't remember this when we played.
Okay.
They have a run rule in an inning. If you score 5 runs in an inning, they kill the inning.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
I was like, they
Are
cap
these
it?
pace of play? Is Manfred's, reaching down to the little league?
It said if they score 5 runs in an inning, then they kill the inning. And I was like, fuck, I remember scoring like 11. Remember we used, you
Oh,
would
yeah.
pound the shit. I mean, but
Pummel.
I don't know.
So there's no 25-2 games anymore.
No, like
Okay.
what they would kill it in like the 3rd inning or
Yeah.
whatever, 4th inning or whatever.
10-run rule.
Yeah.
25-run rule or something.
And I don't know if they have that. I mean, I'm sure they have. They have
Yeah,
to.
they
I don't.
have to.
They have to if they're killing 5 runs an inning or something like that. I was like, because it's like, okay, guys, it's 5 runs. Come in. I'm like,
So now,
what?
do you hear? Is there little league meetings that you hear about this stuff, or you go to sort of say, did this rule come up because people are like, hey, these games, I can't be out here for 3 hours.
They have a.
They have a time limit.
Yeah,
right?
they have
Okay,
a time. It's
hour
like
20
2
or
hour.
something. Okay.
It's Jeffrey's is like an hour and a half,
okay.
and then Zachary's like 2.5 hours or something like that.
God, yeah.
I forget, but
I remember as an umpire, we had time
Oh,
like, oh, you
some
know,
of
the
these
fifth inning
umpires-
has to start.
Some of these-
This is a whole nother thing. We can't even get there, Cerny.
Oh man.
But the competitiveness, he's not at the top of the, we'll say the Little Diamond. He's not at the top tier of the Little Diamond one.
No.
Okay,
that's
he's like-
majors. That's next
okay.
year.
And that's competitive and people, and that's when you can play in the Little League World Series and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of these kids, I don't know. I'm like looking at them going,
You're like, oh, can you return the shoes maybe?
Yeah, one kid's like, I played travel ball and da 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 da, and I watched him play. And I'm like, oh, can your mom ask for her money back?
Right.
Fuck,
You're
ter-
donating to somebody.
You're fucking terrible.
So
Like abysmal. Like it's like he
So they
stands in
can't
the
play-
box like this, and like they're like bunt, and he'll go, you know, he'll like stick it like he's just like,
Oh.
that was a great pot. I'm just like doing a thing. And
yeah, visual. Well, you can
Visual.
check it on the YouTube live.
Yes.
So now Zach is then a little bit. He probably has a certain position that he normally plays, or a
They move
couple-
them around. They move these kids around a lot, which is kind of
Okay.
weird at this age. I mean, like, you should pick. Generally, he plays second base. He's a little guy,
Yeah.
and he's pretty quick.
I could see
And
second.
then he has
being a good
extra strong
position.
arms, so they'll put him at shortstop too.
Okay.
A lot of times and actually they just threw him on the mound for the first time the other day.
I
and he
heard
was-
about that.
So,
How did that go?
well, I mean, he throws the ball, he keeps it low around the knees.
Perfect grounder.
So yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that or strike it because he throws on the outside a lot.
okay.
So
Carving.
except
Has he been
that spot.
tattooed a couple times?
Yeah, that same spot, the low and away.
Oh,
When
to
the
the
lefty is
lefty.
there.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy,
So-
move that the other side.
Lefty except Brandon Belt.
Yeah,
Take.
that's a take. And then he'll
Or
whiff
swing
right down the
through,
middle.
swing
right down the
through.
middle.
So I mean, at the end of my block, there's that
Oh, yeah.
school.
Oh yeah.
So every day I come home and, you know, my wife's been home. So I'm like, take the kid. Let's go for a walk to the park. There's slides, but there's also Little League Baseball.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I kind of like watching it because it's kind of cool. I'm seeing what I'm into. I like baseball. And so very competitive. And this is the majors, I think.
Okay.
So it goes up to 12, is it?
Yeah.
Some of these kids, I'm like, this kid's a fucking beast.
Oh.
He probably weighs 140. He's like, I mean, 5. I'm like, Jesus. And they're on there and they have, you know, I guess maybe we're in like an affluent
Yeah.
Little League or something, but they have like custom jerseys. Everyone has their name on their back. They all have like fitted, you know, whatever their baseball team is, fitted hats and stuff. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's
A lot
like
of kids
a,
have their name on their back too.
oh, okay, so that's maybe it's just a thing now. But they have, you know, they won the championship district, whatever, up on the fence. So I'll ever watch these. You know, my daughter's 2.5, and I'm like, baseball, and she's like, slide.
Yeah,
Okay.
Slide, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I kind of wanted to watch. But so I'm sure you're getting this now. How are the coaches and some of the like the major
Well, there's today.
taking a little too serious?
Yeah, some guy kicked the fence today. I was like, oh, like he's like, good. Like he's like, you gotta put
Oh.
the tag down. He like kicked the fence. I was like, okay, dude, he is 10, so you know,
Right.
fucking leave him alone. I mean, there's some things where it's like like my dad has yelled, good God, like you know, a few times. Like
Yeah.
today, there was a ground ball.
Just right between the wickets.
No, he fielded the ground ball, and this is the second baseman. I forget who it was. It wasn't Zachary.
Yeah.
Fielded the ball, and there's a runner on first, and he goes to tag him, and he misses the tag.
Uh-huh.
But the fucking guy was like running straight at him.
Yeah.
And he missed, and then goes to throw to first, and Chuck Knobloch's to throw to the fucking screen. But I was like, oh God, you could fuck that up anymore. And then
Right, yeah.
and then right after that, the third baseman, the ground ball at third base, when he fields it and then throws it into right field. It was like the Bad News Bears. It was like,
Okay.
oh my God.
And then they start throwing to the base, and the runners are just going around.
Yes,
put a
yes.
tent on the circus.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I don't think the Chuck Knobloch reference.
No,
it's
that's
gonna fall on
second-
deaf
yeah.
ears, yeah.
They don't know Barry Bonds. Chuck
Yeah,
Knobloch.
I
Who?
No, sit down, son. Let me tell you something.
He played second base,
For the New York Yankees,
and he couldn't make the throw.
and then Albert Bell cleaned his fucking clock out.
That was before he started exposing himself in spring training.
right, yes. I forget urinating on cheerleaders. No, I was there, and I'll watch an inning or two when I'm there, and this is major. It's very competitive. I'll look up. It's like, oh, it'll be 6-4, like a pretty close game or whatever. And then they do the thing, and this is what I fucking hated was the you can't lead off on the bases, right?
Yeah.
So then the pitch is thrown, and they do the fake, like a fake steal.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, oh, and it's like, you're not stealing.
Yeah.
And then they run back, and the catcher like runs down like fucking the Kitty used to do in high school. And the shit, or the bunt, and then like fucking wiggle the bat and all this bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And then
The bush league shit.
yeah, it's definitely bush league. And then the coaches are really serious. I don't know if they're dad. I assume they're people's dads.
Yeah.
right?
Like
Or,
it's probably 100% chance.
yeah. I guess it would be weird. I'd like to coach a baseball team. Yeah. What's your son's name? No.
No, son.
This is
I have private lessons in my house.
Yeah.
No parents allowed.
basement. Sandusky residence.
It could be hot, so come here on Eastern. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Wow, certainly that caught me off guard for sure. Chip and Cern laugh break. That'll be on the hits for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a stinger. We'll throw that on the Instagram.
Okay.
So like, it was on third or something, and I think the team was already winning. She was just
No eye contact.
The Haynes just white, white. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Runner on third, and like the third base coach kind of goes up to the player and whispers something in his ear. Then the pitch comes, and it's a take, and then the guy like scoots off a little bit down the third baseline, and the catcher like goes, runs at him and kind of like tries to get a pickle, and then the guy throws it to the pitcher, and the guy takes off towards home, and then cuts back to third, and the pitcher throws it to third, and he easily scores.
Oh God.
It was like, just one of these fucking knick-knack plays, right?
Yes.
And the coaches like jumped. Yeah, I think they're winning already. So I don't know.
Fuck.
He's trying to get insurance runs. And in my head, I'm like, congratulations, you outsmarted a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Like, whoop the fucking
You're not
dude.
teaching
Like,
him anything about the game.
I
by
know.
doing some bullshit like that.
way to go. You outsmarted a child. Do you
So-
feel good about yourself?
so-
You go home and crack this beer like, you know what? I got that extra insurance run by really playing some mind tricks with the youth. That's the part
So here's one.
it's
I actually
fucking
had to yell
annoying.
this. I'm one of those. I usually like to sit away from everybody so I can gripe at my
Knowing
dad.
you, I would say that's probably your best.
I have to pull my dad too. Him and I can sit off in the annex.
Yeah.
Because it's just what was it? There's a few hefty kids on the team, and they all bat in order. So they're coming
not a
up
very
like
good strategy.
Yeah, so they all were coming up. I was like, oh, this is the O line part of the
O-line.
part of the lineup. I was like, yeah. So, but anyway, there was one. The Zach's team was down. It was like they were down by 6. So one of the kids gets in. It may have been Zach. I forget. Gets up in the box.
Yeah.
Coach is like, step out. So he steps out and he's like doing signs. And I was like, you're down by 6. Get in the fucking box. Right?
Oh my God.
My dad's like, exactly. What the fuck? I said, I don't know.
Here's the sign. Get a hit.
He's trying to be one of those guys that looks like he's just a douche, putting out the
Yeah.
signs. You're like, oh,
Does he
real
have? Do they
professional.
have signs?
This the usual like leg swipe, steal. If I touch my belt, the bunt.
Belt for bunt. What's the indicator?
Oh, it's his hat. It's the
Okay.
bill of his hat.
Yeah.
But I forget. I forget. But
Oh
they
my-
like he's doing signs. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're a real coach doing fucking signs. You're down by 6, dude. Fucking swing the bat.
Jesus.
It's just if you were there.
Do you remember who was obsessed with signs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During Legion,
Yeah.
Junior Legion, mind you.
We had a whole page or half.
There
page
was
of that.
some take home notes, and they're saying. Anyway,
We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
I have another thing offline that I'll
Okay.
talk about. It was pretty funny. I was confused when it came out of my dad's mouth for a second, and you'll know why. But it was like I was like, I had to tell like, are you serious? And he's like, and they explained what he was. I was like, okay. But
So do you think you're going to get roped in any more coaching or scorekeeping like you did last year?
probably coaching at some point, because it's like some of the collective. Like it's funny because it's like collectively when I look at everyone, I'm like, I probably know more than everybody collectively on the field. You know? Or it's like straddle the bag. When you're at third base and you're taking the throw from the outfield, you just straddle the bag.
Where are they getting this false information from?
I don't know. I was like, straddle the bag. Because like Zach was like straddling back at second base. I was like, and I yelled at him when I was practicing with him. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, my coach tells me to straddle the bag. I said, don't ever straddle the bag. You're going to get fucking taken out. I said, where's the throw coming from? He's like, the outfield. I said, then put your fucking, and I showed him, and he's like
you're playing first base, sort of.
Yeah.
If it's a force play.
First base, they put their foot in the middle of the fucking bag.
To get your fucking ankle snapped in half?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. But so then,
is there a idiot coaches guide that these guys are reading? Or they
and
obviously have no...
you can't tell them anymore. You can't tell them to take it. Because like
Take
base
what?
is loaded, ball inside. It's like a lollipop, and the kid like jumps out of the way, and I was like, you got to take that.
Oh, to wear the pitch.
Yeah,
to
wear
get
it. You got to take it right in the fucking back. You can't tell them tell it anymore. I'm like, what?
Now,
That's fucking,
I have
that's
noticed.
for the win.
No, we were talking about we mentioned umpires, but we moved on. I want to come back to it.
Okay.
Now, I was an umpire for many years,
yes.
including from that level where your son or
Yeah.
Zach's at now to high school.
Yes. Toss the kids out.
Yeah, I fucking tossed a couple of these little shitheads from Rancho Cordova or wherever the fuck they were. Draw a line in the sand. Here, look at this heave ho, motherfucker. And I feel that there has been a huge shift in because in all honesty, most of the umpires are kids, right? They're like 12.
Yeah, like today, one of the umpires got picked up by his mom after the game. Yeah, I was like, oh, well, okay. Well,
and they're making $10 or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Or nothing,
it's
maybe,
it's
or like
30
a hot dog.
$35 a game, I think is what it is.
Okay, righteous bucks.
I mean, if you're 15, fuck it, I'd go
Yeah.
out there for a couple hours for
Damn.
$35. Yeah,
That's not bad. Well, that's what I did because I think at the time it was like $22 or whatever. I'm like, excuse me,
yeah, I'll do that.
stand out here in a fucking polo shirt, no problem. But there's been a huge thing to where you can't even say anything negative
Nope.
towards an umpire.
You can't.
You can't even.
It's crazy.
boo.
You have to sign a contract as a parent now. You can't even.
a parental contract.
Yeah, you have to behavior. If you say you're done for the game you got tossed and the next game, you can't show up.
Like who ejects you?
The umpire will say go.
Like the kid?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
because I mean, some of these calls are.
Oh, they're like when I go down, I'm like.
So
ooh.
I had to yell. It was a runner on first and second with nobody else. Pop up to the pitcher, and I was
Infield.
like infield fly, but and I kept yelling infield fly, and they're like, everyone looked at me. I was like, it's an infield fly. It's just one of
Yeah.
those.
It's just what it is.
And everyone's like,
It's not a judgment call.
No,
it's a rule.
This is a rule, guys. I'm not being a douche, because it's like because the other coaches weren't, the coaches on Zach's team weren't, they were mute as usual. They have fucking runners and they're about ready. They're like tagging up, and I was like, you don't have to go anywhere if
Right.
that fucking ball drops. You still stay there.
So there's no,
No, there was one thing where
which is good. I will say it's good.
some of it's
and,
good. There was
you know,
one where there was a shit call and the base umpire fucked it. And one of the parents was like, you could change that to the home plate umpire. He took his mask off, and I won't. Thank you very much. And I was like,
Oh, the kid?
yeah. I was like,
Fucking
easy
pump your
there.
brakes,
Yeah,
Smokey.
easy. He was just saying it, but
I'm gonna let the air out of your bicycle.
yeah.
So you can't get home.
Now the kid we had today, he actually drove there. He was probably like 17.
Okay.
Dude, he was
Ripping heaters in the parking lot.
he was probably the best umpire that I've ever seen at this level.
Okay.
He was taking fucking fouls off the face mask. It was like boom, and he wouldn't even flinch, and he didn't even have the throat guard. He just had the mask.
Boss.
He's like boom, and my dad's like, holy shit, and I was like, I know, and he's like, he took it off, and he like take a deep breath. He'd put it back on. but and he wouldn't even flinch. It was like, it was crazy. I
Wow.
was like, holy shit. And his strike zone was fair enough. I mean, it was consistent. Like, it wasn't great, but it was wide, but it was consistent. So fuck it.
That's all you.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's. I'm sure you've seen the Instagram videos or the YouTube videos of like some of the shitty. And this is in the Little League World Series
Oh,
of like it's halfway in the other batter's
yeah,
box,
yeah, I've
and the
seen
umpire's like, "Ah!" Like, the kid's like, "What the fuck? How am I supposed to do that?"
there's been a couple where it's like skip the catcher picks that dirt.
Oh.
I'm like, oh. I was like, I told my dad, I was like, if I was a manager, I'd be tossed by now. And if he has to pick out of the dirt, I'm tossed.
Scoop brings up the fucking dirt wisdom. Man, sounds stressful. And now, and I know this happens a lot in high school because you were getting some of it when you were coaching high school, but this was
Oh, fuck, I don't
8 years
remember.
ago, maybe
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
But like the parents coming to the coach or
Oh.
complaining to the coach, and could you imagine, especially in this age of Facebook messaging
Oh,
and text
God, I
and
can only
stuff, like
remember.
what high school coaches are getting? Why isn't Johnny playing? He is doing so
Yeah.
good. Is that kind of stuff happening, or they nip that in the bud too? Because that would be what
I'm
they
sure
need
it's
to nip in
happening
the
at some
bud.
point. I mean, he said, I don't really want to hear it, but, and I don't.
So does the coach have a? Excuse me. Does the coach have a talk with everyone, the parents, or
yeah,
what?
he said, I don't, kind of like, we're going to do our best kind of thing, and I'm a volunteer and blah, 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 blah.
Right, he's not making,
He's not making anything. He's
Yeah.
just, he's making a coach's gift at the end of the year.
which is like what, a fucking $50 Amazon gift card or some shit,
If that. It's probably, it's like,
Under Armour jacket.
yeah. And a fucking picture signed by little shitheads.
He's like, cool, right for the fucking dumpster.
yeah.
Jay,
Right in front of him,
right
too.
in the
Like,
can.
hey, is that can?
Bank.
Cash.
What I really want is, I was going to make a joke about to tag on your one earlier about the undies. But I didn't want to. We should probably limit our pedophilia humor.
Well, we'll have to invite Mr. Norton on. We're gonna do that.
Well, I guess I'm looking forward to.
I mean, it's fun. It's like
Is it stressful? Like maybe I'm not as stressed because I'm definitely on the outside, right? I have no vested interest in it.
I mean, I don't get. It's not like I'm sweating bullets or anything.
Yeah.
But it's. I'm just sitting there, and it's just like
Now, do you get
for
mad?
for. I made this claim like, if Chipper lived here, we could coach this team. If we could fucking do it, him and I could do it ourselves.
we could bring these boys to greatness.
we could coach them. Like they're not coaching them like legitimate things, like straddle the bag. I mean, come on.
Are
and then
they?
and then like,
How's the pitching and stuff? Or
Oh.
the hitting?
fuck, dude. The pitching is
Are they teaching the exit velocity or down through the ball or trying to get lift on it or what?
of a swing.
Yeah,
No, they're just
they just
kids line up their knuckles like this,
like
and they got
fucking
like
Ty Cobb. and
yeah.
shit?
Well, no, then,
Elbow
like
up.
they elbow up, and they got this long.
Oh.
It's like, or they get and then they wonder why they get they fisted when they're in the middle
You're
of the
right,
fucking plate.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
You're gonna get buried with sinkers.
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah, and I was like, oh boy. And then the pitching is like, just pick your leg up, step forward, down through the ball.
Like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. There's no, and they teach them like, pick your leg up, and then they stop.
Stop.
I'm like, oh.
So it's like a
fuck.
stop motion video or something.
Yes, and they all. And so I was like, oh fuck. I was looking at it going. Ugh. That's why I said, Chipper. If I just need an assistant. I need Chipper to be my assistant.
Yeah,
We
who's
could
the
do
son on the team? No, you don't understand. They have a podcast together.
it.
They need this for content.
We need this. We need this.
Joe's not giving them any new content.
Joe's cleaning his act up. So
Yeah,
we can't.
he's definitely, which isn't true. Well, do you wear your Chip and Stern Show hat out to the park?
That or my Under Armour hat. Yes.
Your Goff, the Goff
The Goff.
lid. Let's say I was a fan of the Chip and Stern Show and I want a new lid, Cerny. Where would I go?
You can go to chipandsternshow.com/shop.
Oh,
There's lids. There's shirts. There's stickers.
that's true.
You can get anything. You can on your on the inside of the bill of your cap. You can slap a Chip and Stern Show sticker and just look up.
Oh,
No, the funny's right there.
and everyone else will see it on the front, on the lid. And
Reach out to us on social media.
Yes.
Or you can email us at chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any kind of sponsorship. Rawlings.
The
Dean Rainey.
Easton. Any new brands pop up? Does Under Armour make bats now?
There's this axe bat. I'll show you. It's
Hold on.
It looks like an axe handle.
Yeah, I've gone Instagram ads. They say that George Springer uses them and shit.
Does he?
Yeah, because I guess it's basically the patented sort of technology to have that axe handle, and he's getting it put on his wood bats and shit.
I didn't know that. I saw it and I was like, what the fuck?
Just like a gimmick.
I took a picture and sent it to my dad. He's like, what the fuck is that? I said, I don't know.
Chopping wood. Chopping wood.
Okay.
Well,
that makes more sense.
Yeah. I'll check it. We'll check it out
Okay.
after this.
Let's check it.
And until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm CERN.
Cheers.